What is up, YouTube? Old Shaman here today, back again with another video for you all. This video is going to be super exciting. I got probably one of the best, if not greatest series of all time. But before I begin the formalities, let's just go ahead and say that this manga haul is going to consist of nothing but out-of-print series. Nothing in this haul you can get anymore. So, with that all being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. First off, coming in strong with the shonen greatness, we have Bastard. We have a lot of Bastard to go through, so this is Bastard Volume 1. Just gonna run through these really quickly because I got a lot. Bastard Volume 2. From what I've heard, this is a great series. I have yet to start it all the way through. I've read the first 3 volumes, really enjoyed it so far, so we're gonna continue reading that. That was Volume 3 right there. We got Volume 6. Missing just a couple of volumes, not a whole lot. Volume 7. Volume 8. Shit's falling everywhere because there's so much shit. Volume 9. This is a pretty old series. Viz unfortunately did not complete it. They stopped at Volume 19. Volume 10. Volume 11. I got a few of these bagged just in case. A lot of these are even still sealed, so it's pretty crazy how I got these. Volume 12 right there. Volume 13, that one right there, is still sealed in the plastic wrap. Never been read before. Volume 14. Volume 15. Volume 16. Volume 17. And of course, ending off on our Bastard lot, we have Volumes 18. So Bastard is pretty much, I wouldn't want to say it's your generic shonen. It pretty much evolved from a shonen to a seinen to pretty much it being never finished. It's a 27-volume series. Viz unfortunately only localized 19 volumes here in English, so you can only get 1 through 19, which is a disappointment to say the least. Viz will probably never touch the series again, which is rather unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're just going to keep moving down the line here. Bastard is some greatness. It is some awesome stuff. Can't wait to finish reading it. But, capitalizing on the Viz greatness, let's talk about a little-known series I like to call Sanctuary. I don't know about you guys, but let me tell you, Sanctuary is some crazy-ass shit. I mean, in the best way possible, the best way I can describe it is that this series is some of the best I've ever read. In fact, it's considered top 10 territory that we're charting into. I went ahead and bought this series, did not think I would pick it up and just read straight through it. I read the first volume, was so interested, I just had to continue the rest. And let me tell you, what a wild ride this series was. This series needs a reprint, Viz, in the most desperate way possible. This series needs a reprint. So let's talk about it a little bit. What does it really focus on? Well, it has a lot of Yakuza and political interactions within Japan. It's pretty much about this guy who has a dream to combine not only the political party of Japan, but to combine the politics as well as crime organizations in Japan as one. Kind of a crazy, fucked up idea. But it is a intense and exciting story, and with my experience with the way I read it was absolutely amazing. So we completed it. We got all the volumes. We got Sanctuary Volume 1. Really cool covers here, honestly. I mean, some of the best I've ever seen. Really solid artwork. Volume 2. Volume 3. Volume 4. Volume 5, Volume 6, Volume 7, Volume 8, and finally, Volume 9. So this was a very popular Viz series. Unfortunately, it didn't sell very well. It was when Viz was sort of first starting out, when they were really known as Viz Comics, and eventually they just, they pulled it from their prints. So This series, Viz, really needs a reprint. I think a lot of people really need to see exactly what Sanctuary has to offer. Even if you have to do 3-in-1 omnibuses, you can combine 2 volumes into one, or you could do a 3-in-1. I don't care. Just people need to read this series. It is a really great series. I know it seems like I'm overhyping it a lot, but let me tell you, it was a crazy and exciting ride. Really, hands down. It goes on my top 10. It's that great. So honestly, highly recommend this series if you can find it cheap. If not, I do believe scans exist, but really, it's a kind of hard to find series. So with that being said, moving on. What I'm about to talk about is not really something that needs an introduction, but it will get one anyway. The godfather, the man himself of the manga industry, the face that spawned multiple amounts of dreams within the hearts of mangaka throughout Japan. And that, my friends, is none other than the man known as Osamu Tezuka. With the legend himself blessing my collection, we have Blackjack Volumes 1 through 5. That is right, hardcover editions, baby. We're not going for the soft covers. We're going full hardcover here. Volume 1, really rare, really expensive, really beautiful release by Vertical. Honestly, I really wish Vertical would release more of these because Vertical offers some good shit. Unfortunately, we're never going to see reprints of the hardcovers. I mean, this was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of deal for them. And if we do, you better jump on them because they are great. Now, honestly, you know, Volume 1's cool and all, but guess what? Volume 2 hardcover. Okay, so, you know, let's step up our game a little bit. You know, that's Volume 2 right there. What about Volume 3? That is right, we got all the hardcovers of Blackjack. That is complete. And then, of course, you know, they didn't continue it, which is unfortunate. But you know what? The vertical quality still stands strong with the paperbacks. We got ourselves Blackjack Volume 4. Really nice release by Vertical. Unfortunately, it's out of print, so good luck ever finding it. Volume 5 as well. Really nice, solid paperback. You know, the paper quality is really good. The description as well as the artwork that they display on the back are great. Vertical has some great releases, guys. Definitely jump on what Vertical has to offer. They are a company who genuinely loves manga, and I honestly really just waited to collect for Vertical. I don't know what took me so long, but let me tell you, I really wish I wouldn't have waited. I really wish I would have jumped on some of this stuff when it was first coming out, but Vertical is definitely the underdog here. I think I fully support them in terms of quality. I think they're a great publishing company. Really wish some of the things were in print, but they usually keep a lot of their stuff in print, especially with those Gundam Origin volumes. Apparently those aren't selling great, but they're still getting fan praise, and I have to say, well worth it. So definitely keep your mind open to owning Vertical series. And I mean, I can't wait to read Blackjack. I have yet to start it, but once I do, I hope to get a fully fledged Blackjack collection here in my manga collection. So we shall see whether or not it is great or not. So for the longest time, I've been wanting to get into this series, but unfortunately, it has the misfortune of being licensed by one of the scummiest and the worst manga publisher that is known to man. If you said Kodansha, you are dead wrong, because really, Dark Horse is the worst publisher by far in terms of being out-of-print manga. So, I had the misfortune of saying, hey, wouldn't it be cool to own all of Helsing? Yeah, it would, but it would be very expensive. So, I decided to start out small, you know, played it safe, got at least the first 6 volumes. So, let's go ahead and take a look. First off, we have Helsing Volume 1. It's in this really weird Barnes & Noble edition hardcover. I don't know if people own this in their collection. It really screws up the spines, honestly. I don't know what this is. I really don't. I don't see this in people's collections, so I'm like, was this rare? Like, do they publish this still? Or, like, is this, like, some really rare exclusive, like, they only printed, like, 1,000 of these and never went back to it again? It says Barnes & Noble, New York, but still, at the same time, I don't know. I don't know where it's from, other than like it says Barnes & Noble, New York, and why they even printed it. Like, is all their manga in New York, like hardcover? Because if so, I'm moving. But this is crazy. Anyways, the rest of the releases are all in paperback, so that's why it sort of is weird. And yeah, so Helsing Volume 2. Volume 3, I've heard a lot of good things about Helsing. I'll be honest with you guys, I've never watched the anime, nor have I read the manga, so I have no idea how the anime or manga is going to stand on its own, so we shall see. Volume 4, I will say the artwork looks pretty cool. I mean, it's unique and it's different. And Volume 5 and Volume 6. Pretty much what I picked up at Helsing. It's only a 10-volume series, so it's a short and sweet one, so even if I don't end up liking it, I can always just, you know, find space for it in my collection and still be able to keep it. But we'll see how it goes. I have not read or touched a volume quite yet. I haven't had much free time with college, but now that that's over, we're going to be starting this thing here. So that's pretty much all of Helsing. Alright, so sort of a minor pickup that we decided to do. We got ourselves a one-shot. We got ourselves Blue Spring, which was a Viz published title. It's got the Editor's Choice logo, which means it's fairly old. Probably about 2004, 2005 was when it was printed. Honestly, I've heard a lot of great things about it. Shoutouts to T-Dog for recommending me this this volume of Blue Spring. He said some pretty good things about it. And then, of course, the man himself, Code Provider, has also said some really great things about it. So I really look forward to reading this. It's basically a serialization of short stories that sort of fall in high school. And it's pretty crazy from what I've heard. And of course, it's by Taiyo Matsumoto, which is known for some of crazy manga series and some crazy artwork. So we shall see whether it stands on its own or it's a bust. But I think it'll be pretty good. But yeah. Minor pickup, but out of print, of course. So, good luck finding that. So we are approaching the finale of this amazing, crazy, out-of-print manga haul. Still got a few more series to talk about, but pretty much here is the next one. A Dark Horse series. No surprise here that it's out of print. A lot of Dark Horse's shit is. So, this one's kind of a tricky one, because some of them are still in print. You can get a few volumes. It's a fairly new series, Blood Block Battlefront. Some of the early volumes are hard to find. You can't find them. The series started apparently in 2011, and has only spawned a few volumes since then. So pretty much, Volume 1, got that, no problem. Volume 2, great, no problem as well. In that ugly, disgusting, new print Dark Horse spine. Get that out of there. Don't like it at all. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Volume 3 as well. Volume 4. By the way, same creator as Trigun, so that might be an interest for some people. I don't believe there's an anime. If I am wrong, then please tell me in the comment section. Volume 6 as well. And then, of course, Volume 7 of Blood Block Battlefront. I believe the current volume is Volume 10. That's the current one that's out right now. I got this in a lot on eBay pretty cheap. So I've been meaning to get into it. I've heard some really great things about it. It's pretty much a My Hero Academia, but better. I know I'm going to trigger a lot of people, but it pretty much is that, but with, of course, more violence and better storytelling. I don't know. Anyways, hopefully it's a good series. I'm really crossing my fingers that it's going to be that series that I've been meaning to read for quite some time. So we shall see whether or not it's good or not. But alright guys, we've reached the grand finale. The mother of all manga collectors. The gem that everybody strives to receive in the mail. We're going to be talking about it here in a minute. But let's just take a moment of silence for the fact that this is the biggest and the best out-of-print manga haul in the entirety of the community. Thank you all for watching, but we still have one more to talk about. There comes a time when a manga collector has to realize what exactly is the pinnacle of someone's collection. For some people, it might be Naruto, or One Piece, or even Bleach. However, I myself am a manga connoisseur. I know the good from the bad, and I know what is quality. Me and Gear have been going at it for quite some time. The war is still on. Hashtag Team Old Shaman. Remember to always keep that in mind. He himself found this manga not too long ago in his local comic book shop for a dirt cheap price. However, he did not complete it. And probably never will, because he is not a manga connoisseur like myself, thinking that Vinland Saga is the greatest manga of all time, when he has not, in fact, completely read the greatness that is, of course, Phoenix. That is right, folks. Basically own the entirety of Phoenix, missing just a few volumes, few volumes, whereas Gear is missing pretty much half the series. Phoenix Volume 2, what is this? Future, great volume right here. We have Volume 3, we have Yamato and Space, some good quality stuff right there. We have Volume 4 as well, Karma. Volume 5, Resurrection. Volume 6, Nostalgia. Starting Civil War, Part 1, we have Volume 7. Civil War Part 2, Volume 8. We have Sun, Part 2, Volume 11. And then the final volume of Phoenix that caps off the legend of the man Osamu Tezuka, the greatest mangaka of our time and our legend. That is all, folks. That is pretty much it. Over 50 volumes of out-of-print greatness. All this stuff right here, I could not even put a price on. Just some really great quality series that we have available here. And just going to let you guys know now. Collection update is going to be coming upon us soon. For 2018, we have finally hit a milestone. Over 1,000 volumes that I own in my collection. I cannot wait to tell you guys how much I've collected in the last year or so. Just a lot of series that I need to talk about. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like. I won't ask to subscribe because I suck, obviously. My channel is garbage. But just so you know, 500 subs will mark a milestone, and a major one at that, because we have been on YouTube for over a year now, and we have reached the half 1K subscriber mark. And not only that, but we are going to also go out with a bang with the milestone and do a collection update. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and remember, keep collecting manga. Peace out.